It is your Classic Metal Show right here on the ClassicMetalShow.com. The name of that band is called Panzer, and that features Herman Frank of Accept as well as Stefan of Accept. And these guys are nonstop metal kings. Not only do they have Accept, but they have this new project called Panzer, and the new CD is called Send Them All to Hell. And sending us all to hell is the one and only, the great Herman Frank. How are you, Herman?
I'm fine. How are you? Thanks for calling.
Well, Herman, I was surprised that you and Stefan put this band together, especially with the success that you guys have had with Accept here in the last few years. The CDs you put out with Mark Tornillo have been absolutely stellar. There's not a bad one in the bunch.
Thank you so much.
And everybody here on the Classic Metal Show are absolutely blown away by the work that Accept has been doing since having Mark join the band. But here you are with another stellar band, which is just in-your-face metal. So you must,
right.
You must just love to play.
That's kind of like my life.
Absolutely.
Let's put it this way. I mean, there always had been a little gaps in between touring and stuff like that, for Accept. And so we came up with an idea, why don't we form like a power trio and play some music we want to like to play. And just like in the back old days, a little bit more raw and a little bit more roughness and just straightforward,
Right, absolutely. Well, what is it that you can do with this new project, Panzer, that you couldn't do with Accept?
Show my talent on the guitar. For example. Yeah, just easy on that line. No, I mean, I'm able to write a lot of music, I was writing music for my whole life, for Band of Victory, for my solo projects, for Moondog, my bands and stuff like that. And except I don't have that much chance to show my talent as a songwriter, So that gives me a chance at another platform to do something.
Right, absolutely.
And I really like this.
Right.
I mean, it's kind of like back to the roots.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, we like to call this style of music that, Accept does, and now that Panzer does, is we call it classic metal because it's got that European hard melodic sound to it, but yet it's in your face and it's just a kick in the balls.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, because it gives me a little chance to do something different, I mean, I'm always working on different things at the time, for me personally, I would get tired if I only stick to one thing.
Right, absolutely.
Because I mean, in Accept, I'm a second guitar player in Accept, and all these other projects, they give me just at least a chance to show my talent.
Right. Well, you've been playing with Accept since what, like 1982?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's been a long time. So your fingers never get tired, huh?
I mean, once a musician, you'll be a musician. I mean, if you get in touch with music and you like it, it's like a drug.
Right. Well, tell us a little bit how this band came together with Schmier and of course Stefan. How did where did the idea come from, and when did you decide? You know what, we could do something together? When did the idea come together?
The idea was born, I think, a year ago, more or less a year ago. Stefan came up and he said, hey, why don't we should have a band beside Accept to give us a little chance to do something beside Accept. And then he said, hey, we should, and then he was talking to Norbert Mandl. He's the owner of a real well-known rock club over here in Basel, Switzerland, and every band is playing there in his club. And so he said, hey, why don't you call up Schmier? He's playing bass and he's able to sing. And I said, are you kidding me? Schmier is screaming.
Right.
Because I only knew him from Destruction, But then he said, no, he can sing different. We should have a meeting. So I went down to Basel and we met all together and we got drunk real fast.
Right.
And everybody said, hey, it might work, And for me, it sounded like a real challenge or a new, interesting thing. Because, I mean, that would give us a little bit chance to do something a little different than we've done before. So we decided a couple of weeks later, we met down there in the rehearsing room for practicing, and I came down with three songs, and Schmier got one song already in his mind, and it worked out well. And then we just did it. We prepared a couple of songs and met in the studio for 4 days and put down 5 songs. Then we went for shopping for the record labels, and then all of a sudden we had to record the rest of the songs.
Right. Well, does
we just ended 10 days before I left with Accept on tour.
Nice. Does having the side project, would you consider this a side project? Does that interfere with Accept at all? Does anybody in Accept have a problem with you doing, something outside of Accept?
That's a funny question, isn't it? I mean, I'm not quite sure, but on the other side, I mean, these days you have to do a couple of things to make your living out of it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I mean, Accept doesn't give me the position to. I mean, that's not all of my life to be a guitar player in Accept,
Right. Well,
sorry, guys, but that's the truth,
Yeah, well, we all got to eat, right?
First of all, and I'm a musician, and I'm used to write music and do my stuff. And if I do it beside Accept, hey, who cares?
Right. I agree.
And I really like to do these things. I mean, I can't sit back home and staring at the wall.
I agree with that too. You gotta get out there and keep fresh and limber.
Yeah, and if still I have new ideas and I still have the power to do new things, I will do. Nobody could stop me.
Sure. Well, where do you see Panzer going? I mean, is this something that you think is going to have longevity, or is this a one-off, or?
I mean, the future is wide open, but the directions are better than we expected.
Yeah,
and much better, much way better, So we already got offered a couple of festivals. We confirmed one. It's a big festival in Germany. It's called Summer Breeze. And right now we are supporting UDO for the European tour and stuff like that.
Right.
And the album is out just 10 days.
Wow. Now
so we will see. I mean, I would love to do also club shows or something like that. I would I like to, because I really prefer club shows with 300, 400 people and it's packed than doing these big festivals and you're standing up there and the first people are 30 feet away.
Right. Well, I want to jump into a little Accept here for a minute. Where do you rate these last few CDs that you've done with Mark against the stuff that you did with Udo? I mean, I can't remember a better time for Accept except for these last few CDs that you've done, because they've just been fantastic.
Quite honestly, I mean, the most music in Accept is writing Wolf and Peter.
But I mean, as far as a band is concerned, as far as
thank God there was a big success, and I think it's a big part for the success is for Mark,
right?
Because he's a really good singer.
Yeah, he is. And
he fits in his band perfectly.
Sure.
And he gave the band a really new face.
That he did. So we all love the Accept records, and of course we love this Panzer record, and. Well, tell us a little bit about what about this new Panzer release stands out for you personally? What is your shining moment on this that you're most proud of?
I mean, I'm proud of that it turned out so well, because it was quite a new experience to combine the styles from Schmier and my style and Stefan's style, But it was fun, because there was never a problem in between the three guys. Which direction we want to go. We wanted to have a record with character, and I think we did it. And I'm really excited about what's going to happen in the future, because I'm gonna see this band live on stage, and that might be real power.
Right, absolutely. Now, what is the dynamic for you playing in a 3-piece with Panzer as opposed to Accept?
I don't know, because I've never done a 3-piece before. So, I'm kind of a little bit nervous, I mean, I'm back from Accept tour now for a couple of days, and I started practicing these Panzer songs. And I said to myself, "Oh, which guitar from these hundreds or from these tons of guitars I should play live?" And I'm not quite sure right now. I might think for myself, I might think we need a second guitar player to bring this on a stage.
Right. Well, how
I'm
many?
not sure right now, but it might help the sound a little.
Sure. Well, how many guitars do you own?
Not that much, 7 or 8.
7 or 8.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite one that you like playing more often than the rest?
It's a handmade Duesenberg.
And what do you like about that one specifically?
Because that was handmade just in the shape for my hands and stuff like that. And I played this maybe for over 20 years for sure now.
Wow. Well, it's really broken in then, huh?
No, that's the one guitar that's not broken.
No, broken in. I mean,
I
it's
broke a lot of guitars on tour.
Right.
I mean, if you don't they are allowed to carry them on the plane, then all of a sudden.
Right. Absolutely. Well, Herman, this new Panzer release is awesome.
Thank you so much.
I think that you guys are going to have a lot of great success in 2015 with it, and I think the fans are going to really enjoy it. And it's just it's just one more notch in your guitar neck, and it's absolutely fantastic. So. I'll give you the last word here, Herman. What do you want to tell the fans about Panzer or just about yourself that maybe people don't know?
If I do, after a couple of decades, still a record like the Panzer record, that shows that I really like music and I really do like metal, and I appreciate the guys, all the people out there that are listening to it.
Absolutely. Well, Herman, I appreciate you taking a few minutes to talk to us here on the Classic Metal Show. Good luck with the record. The new Panzer record is called "Send Them All to Hell," and
Yes, so much.
and it's on Nuclear Blast, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Excellent. Well, Herman, as a tradition here on the Classic Metal Show, we ask all of our guests the Classic Metal Show question. We've got about 300 different answers to this, so maybe you'll have a good answer. How has Lemmy from Motorhead influenced your career?
He's in the way of drinking, in the way of drinking and drugs. I mean, he's a fantastic guy. I know him a couple of times, and I know him. I talked to him, and he's kind of like character.
He is, absolutely. All right, Herman, again, I appreciate you talking to us here on the Classic Metal Show, and we always let the guest pick a song from the new CD and maybe tell us a story about it. So what should we play to take us out of the interview?
I would like to listen to Death Nail.
Okay, and what about that one?
Because it shows the freshness and rawness of my new Panzer.
Excellent.
And it's a killer riff, I guess. I'm so proud of it.
Excellent. All right. Well, here it is, folks. It's Panzer from
Thanks
the
so
Send Them All to Hell release. And this is what, Herman?
Death Knell.
Death Knell, exclusively here on your Classic Metal Show.